Got a plan and now I got a hatchet like a damn Apache with a tomahawk. I'ma walk inside a mosque on Ramadan and say a prayer that every time talks.
The strangest things can happen to an Afghan when people get wrapped up in Islam and Allah. Then some shit-eaters fly planes and wreak havoc, and then you go truckers put the blame on Bin Laden.
We better give Obama props, cause what we got in office now's a kamikaze that'll probably cause a nuclear holocaust.
President Obama is about to become the world's leading sponsor of terrorism. How? By signing over $150 billion in checks to the Iranian mullahs. The same mullahs who routinely chant death to America and death to Israel. The same mullahs responsible for over 1,000 dead American soldiers in Iraq. The same mullahs currently conquering Iraq and Syria and Lebanon and Yemen.
Intensity's heightened. Tensions are rising. Trump, when it comes to giving a shit, you're stingy as I am.
Did he offer you words of comfort? Did he say anything that stands out to you?
You said he was amazing. What was that?
Yeah, he was like super nice. He wasn't who we see on social media. He was much more comforting.
What did he say that was so comforting?
I don't know, like his tone and voice and just the way he was.
His person?
Yeah.
Racism's the only thing he's fantastic for.
Blacks and whites, sometimes mixed. But black girls only want your money cause of dumb chicks. So I'ma say like this. Don't date a black girl, take it as a diss. If you want, but if you don't, I'ma tell you like this, I surely won't. Never date a black girl because blacks only want your money. And that's it ain't fun.
That's why he keeps screaming drain the swamp, cause he's in quicksand.
The President of the United States, with at least the moral support of the people that had worked for him in the country of Israel, seeking to shift the results of the election against the seated Prime Minister, Bibi Netanyahu.
When he attacks the NFL, so we focus on that and...
What do you think people need to know about the construct, the group, Black Lives Matter?
They need to know it really means Black Lives Matter. Because you're believing the lie. The whole power behind Black Lives Matter is their ability to get you to stop dealing in reality.
Instead of talking Puerto Rico with gun reform for Nevada. Satan's disciple with a sniper rifle and a knife and a white diaper liable to you while I snipe you. So then who's gonna pay for his extravagant trips back and forth with his fam to his golf resorts and his mansions? Same shit that he tormented Hillary for and he slandered, then does it more. Tiki torches in hand for the soldier that's black and comes home from Iraq and is still told to go back to Africa. Now if you're a black athlete, you're a spoiled little brat for trying to use your platform or your stature to try to give those a voice who don't have one. He says you're spitting in the face of vets who fought for us, you bastards! That. This is for Colin. Ball up a fist.
They wouldn't want my answer to represent it because God knows I have been nothing but blessed. My whole path, these 33 years have been nothing but a blessing. I have never, and never is a strong word, I've never dealt with racism. And I don't want to be bashed because I don't want to sound like I'm on the wrong if there is a side, but I thought that was clearly a message that there was no such thing as racism.
He's gonna get rid of all immigrants. He's gonna build that thing up taller than this. And any fan of mine who's a supporter of his, I'm drawing in the sand a line. You're either for or against. And if you can't decide who you like more and you're split on who you should stand beside, I'll do it for you with this.
Well, you know, Donald Trump is what Americans love. Donald Trump is what Americans aspire to be. Rich, powerful, do what you want to do, say what you want to say, be how you want to be. That's kind of been like the American dream. So he looks like a boss to everybody, and Americans love to have a boss. So, you know, that's his appeal to me.
I think personally, you know, Donald's a friend of mine. I just think he says it wrong. I think if he can reword some of the things he says and put it in business form, it'll really make sense. But Donald's like a straight up guy.
The African American community has been let down by our politicians. They talk good around election time, like right now, and after the election, they said, "See you later. I'll see you in 4 years." The African American community, look, the community within the inner cities has been so badly treated. They've been abused and used in order to get votes by Democrat politicians, because that's what it is. They've controlled these communities for up to 100 years.
Mr. Trump, let me...
Unbroken. And I will tell you, you look at the inner cities, and I just left Detroit. I just left Detroit. I just left Detroit. And I just left Philadelphia. And I just, you know, you've seen me. I've been all over the place. You decided to stay home, and that's okay. But I will tell you, I've been all over, and I've met some of the greatest people I'll ever meet within these communities, and they are very, very upset with what their politicians have told them and what their politicians have done.
I mean, my number one thing, though, and to be honest, is black people. I feel like we put President Obama in the White House, and when I look back, I just wanted more done for my people. Because that's the name of the game. This is politics. That's you put somebody in office, you get in return the things that you care about for your communities. And I think we got a little bit shortchanged.
You know, to call your own citizens super predators is pretty harsh, and you know, and it's pretty big indictment. You know, it's just like the term thug or hoodlum.
I open my eyes and I see everybody. I don't have this type of crowd or that type of crowd. My crowd has always been everybody, thank God.